last several months, in the last year, there's been so many incidents with China. So how are they feeling at the moment?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I've been dealing with the AFP folks for quite some time in different capacity, also sometimes, guest lecturer, and so on and so forth. But I think iba, parang mas gilas pa eh. Imagine a gilas na that 2 wins. Parang ganun yung feeling mo, di ba? Parang natalo natin ng Angola and Italy. It would have been like that. Parang the morale is very high. And what I like is that there was high morale and at the same time, there was also sobriety. Yung idea na, let's not get overexcited. But at the same time, nakita natin, tuwan-tuwa yung mga ating mga officers and ating mga captains na na-meet natin. Because finally, they have state-of-the-art weapon systems. No? Ito yung frigate natin na BRP of the Rizal. Hindi yan basta-basta. Meron din tayong Antonio Luna, di ba? Palaban ka talaga mga yan. And there were a number of exercises between Philippines and China under ASEAN-China exercises and Philippines and mga Western allies natin under RIMPAC. Guess what? Philippines keeps on winning or goes top 3 dun sa mga very advanced operations. So tayo mga tipong parang matagal tayo may jeepney tapos biglang binigyan tayo ng medyo mas mabilis na kotse. Natatalo natin yung mga Ferrari at saka mga Lamborghini.
naman talaga tayo.
Oo, dahil yung skills
yung
natin,
moral,
no?
ang taas yung moral, grabe, yeah.
Richard,
And sanabi ng, please.
Richard, tanong ko lang, no, narinig mo naman kanina, we were talking about this and reporting about that U.S. port in Batanes. That Reuters thing, I'm sure, did not escape your notice. Ano bang magiging impact nito in terms of our relations with China, the United States, our threesome?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that triangular romance, I would rather put it, I think that's the more politically correct way of putting it. When it comes to that relationship, in fairness, suabe ang Pilipinas, right? Because the EDCA expansion was done slowly and slowly. BBM went first to China. He's still saying this is not going to be offensive. And then, tignan mo how we market this. We're saying, kailangan natin i-develop yung mga port facilities para palakasin natin yung ating surveillance, domain awareness dun sa North. But we know very well this is a classic case of war of positioning. We're not here to have war with China, but dapat humanda tayo. Because in an event na susugod ng China sa Taiwan, which is not impossible, and I'll be in Taiwan soon also to check what's going on with their presidential elections and all, just in case nangyari giyera na yan, susugurin talaga tayo dyan sa Batanes and the North. Kasi US ally tayo automatically. So, di ba, common sense na you are gonna prepare for it. But you don't prepare for it in a super provocative way. Kaya so far, civilian yung port facilities na gagawin. But let's be honest, we know what are gonna be the long-term operational implications of this.
Richard, pahabol lang, no? Kasi pumunta ka na rin sa Navy. Hindi mo ba natanong kung maaari nilang palitan yung BRP Sierra Madre ng ibang makabagong barko?
Since may bago ng barko, baka pwedeng yung iba.
I've always wondered about that. Bakit hindi na lang palitan yung barko, di ba?
Yeah.
You got the money.
Well,
Act of war ba yun?
So, one of the things I didn't manage to say is that, of course, salamat sa Philippine Coast Guard and Dr. J. Tariela. We know a lot about how assertive and effective the Philippine Coast Guard has been. Pero yung Philippine Navy, medyo tahimik sila. But actually, constant. Yun ang sinabi nila sa atin, no? I mean, constant yung kanilang pagbisita dyan sa West Philippine Sea and Pag-asa. Kaya tuloy-tuloy yung kanilang mga refurbishment at mga resupply capacities. And I think they're increasingly going to look at the possibility of doing something about Sierra Madre kasi kailangan mo magdala ng construction materials, no? Para gumawa ka ng some platforms, etc. And guess what? We're also coordinating that with US and other allies, including Australia and Japan. So there are plans. There are definitely plans. Kasi gigiba na yan eh. Hindi yan tatagal. Actually, sinabi sa akin nung isang admiral noon, dapat nawala nung pandemic time. Siguro, I don't know, climate change. Siguro hindi ganun kalakas yung nangyari. So, we have to do something about it. But let me add last point. Meron tayong mga mas lumang mga barko. I mean, of course, Sierra Madre is the crazy one. But we have some warships, no, na medyo luma-luma. But I was told that it actually gives you an advantage. Bakit kamo? Dahil yung mga Chinese warships nila, glossy, new. So pag lumalapit yung mga warships natin na medyo luma-luma, natatakot sila kasi they have more to lose than us.
Yeah.
So apparently, kung mag-chicken game tayo, you rather use yung mga medyo luma natin kaysa yung mga gets mo. So there's actually a purpose to having some, hindi naman kamikaze.
Strategy
pero
pala yun.
Alam mo na,
Hindi mo
diba?
gagamitin yung Ferrari mo pang chicken.
Kaya nga, I was just gonna say.
Balik sa jeepney.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, don't knock it, guys. Come on, it served its purpose.